So now this has turned into, I'm painting the whole bike. This week, we're finally getting my bike repainted. I want this thing to look mint. The backstory here is last year I was changing the tire and a windstorm kicked up that I didn't see coming. Blew my bike over, it hit the post in the carport, put a huge dent in the tank. I was very upset. Before that, this bike was in incredibly good shape. I could have gone for collector's plates. Now, I can't do that. Maybe I can do that once it's painted though. But for now, I just want the dent gone and a nice color of paint on the bike. So, okay, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with footage of me sanding the 16 layers of paint that were on these fairings off, or with the process of pulling the dent out of the tank, because the way I did it is not the way it should be done. I made a kind of coat hook shaped thing out of some 1/4 inch rod, got the bulk of it out with that, and then I used a stud gun that I borrowed from a buddy to knock the rest out. It's not perfect, but it's to the point where the biggest skim coat I'll have is probably a 32nd of an inch thick, and I have some USC Featherlight here to take that little bit out. So the next thing I did, I went through and I stripped the tank back to bare metal with a Scotch-Brite pad on my sander, and then hit it with some 80 grit. And now, then I put some Spray Max 2K, where's the can? This stuff. It's, you know what, I've had pretty good luck with this. For a rattle can product, it's quite good. So now all I gotta do is I'm gonna take some brown Scotch-Brite, which is the coarse stuff. I'm just gonna rough up this area here where I'm gonna have to put the filler. And then I'm gonna apply it and just hope to God that I get the right ratios. I'm terrible at mixing body filler. Half the time it doesn't harden up because I didn't put enough hardener in. It's just, I don't know what it is with me and filler. Just doesn't work well. In other news though, we got the rear fairings and the fender painted. They all turned out really good. And let's do a little scratch test here. Oh yeah, that stuff's on there. Awesome. So these are sanded with 180 grit. That way we shouldn't have any problems with adhesion. Last night I went to bed. We were at, I forget exactly how many subscribers. 998, something like that. Well, when I woke up this morning, we were at 1001. And that blew my head. What an awesome way to start a long weekend, eh? Okay guys, so the next thing we gotta do is grind down the welds for the foot peg brackets. There used to be these little triangular frames here where the passenger foot pegs mounted. I didn't want them, so I cut them off. Now I gotta grind this back and make it nice so that I can move on with paint. Ah yes, the fine smell of fiberglass in the morning. I love it. Don't make me use my hand to take the filler out. Oh, come on, get out. And one more. Oh, I hate this. I hate everything about this. Look at that. We'll say that's roughly the size of a golf ball. I don't even know what I went over there for. Oh, that one's, why is this one so much smaller? Okay, so I didn't get quite enough filler there, and I need a little more there, but just bear with. We're looking pretty good. Oh, I need a little bit more up here too. But the other spots, no, that spot's a little low too. Okay, so we'll need a little there. I'd rather do multiple applications and waste a bunch of Bondo than wind up with a cave and pave situation. So I'm gonna mix up another batch and we'll get it on here, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, everything's prepped. So I got to put primer on the chassis, the tank, and the fairings. I've sanded and I'm happy with the finish on the tank right now. The chassis, I'm not painting the whole thing. There's not a lot of point, a lot of it's hidden. So I'm just concentrating on this area where the engine is that you can see. The tail is hidden behind those fairings. And of course, this part is hidden by the nose fairings. I know it's not how a professional would do it, but it'll be good enough. It'll be a lot better than the frame that's, all chipped and missing paint. And I caught it before it rusted though, so that's good. So we're gonna grab our second can of the Spray Max paint, get a coat of epoxy on the tank and the fairings and the chassis. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we got our color on, we got our clear on. It's just a waiting game now. It has actually already been 40 minutes since I sprayed, so I know it's safe to be in here with it. It's not dry, it's not completely set up, but it's past the point where I have to worry about dust getting on it. It's not tacky anymore. And I'll post some pictures here, but the metallic on this is just amazing. I'm so happy with the color. Okay guys, so bike's painted, and I've decided that some of the pieces on the bike, like these foot peg brackets, need to be black. So I'm just assembling those now. Peanut's busy barking outside. Okay guys, so today we're gonna put the rest of the bike back together. I've already got the center stand back on. It's just 2 bolts and a spring. It's not rocket science, so I did that off camera. Now we're gonna put the headstock and front forks back on. All right, guys, so here's where we're at. We got the airbox on. This was a fight. The carb to airbox boots were really hard. The fix wound up being take the boots out of the airbox, heat them up with the heat gun, put them on the carbs, bolt them on there, and then put the airbox on after, but I had to reheat the boots with the heat gun to get the airbox on. It was a fight. I spent like 3 hours last night just trying to put this stupid thing on. I was getting very angry and I had to walk away. It's a very important lesson. It's one of the best ones my dad ever taught me was when you just need to walk away. So, that aside, we've got the fuel pump in. We've got, I think, all the wiring hooked up. So we're down to the short strokes now. I gotta put in the gas tank, paint the exhaust. There's not a ton left to do here, but it's going to take some time. So I'm going to do that in a time lapse. Big surprise. And I'll be right back with you as soon as I'm ready to fire her up.